Welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Adda 247. Students, you can see on the screen, learn current affairs 10 times effectively. So this is a new 5-stage method of the current affairs discussion, a unique way to learn and remember current affairs. So let's see the importance of this method. So in the first stage, you will have headlines with blank. The purpose of having a blank in the headline itself is to create a question in the minds of the students so that he'll look for answer all through the discussion. So this will enhance his grasping and concentration levels. In the second stage, we have detailed analysis where we discuss all the current affairs, all the related events, static GK points. So this section covers all the key areas from which questions can be asked in the examination. So if you see the third stage, one word key points. So just by reading current affairs will not help you in remembering them. So we borrow a keyword from every current affair. So these keywords will be apparently the most probable questions to be asked in the examination. In the fourth stage, the important MCQs. So here we will revise the current affairs in the form of MCQs, same in the way of examination. So the final stage, the section wise revision, the week long current affairs will divide into different sections, and by dividing it into section wise we can compare the current affairs. So this will help in remembering the current affairs for a longer time. So let's go into today's headlines. So if you see the first headline for today, and India in which of the following bank has signed US dollars 32 million loan for Mizoram. So India and which bank, which international bank has signed US dollars 32 million for loan for Mizoram state. So which bank has launched the Arogyam healthcare business loan? So which bank has launched the Arogyam healthcare business loan? So SBI card partners with Fab India to launch a card. So what is the name of the card? So SBI Card Services is partnering with Fab India, a textile business, to launch a card. And what is that card? Standard & Poor projects India's growth rate of financial year 2022, how much percentage? So Standard & Poor, a credit rating agency, is projecting India's growth rate at how much percentage? So India and which country's Navy have recently participated in the passage exercise in Indian Ocean? So India and which country Navy has recently participated in the passage exercise in Indian Ocean region? So next, India successfully test fires a supersonic cruise missile off the coast of Odisha. So what is the name of that cruise missile? So the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable to be hosted by which country? So ISRO and one more organization are leading a multinational project which is now endorsed by the United Nations body IOC, Intergovernmental Organization IOC. So ISRO and one of the important key bodies of United States are leading a multinational project which is endorsed by the UN body IOC. Okay, so next is about an airport in India which won the honor in the airport service quality. So which is that airport in India which won the honor in the airport service quality, prize in airport service quality? So next current affairs, if you can see, the Australian swimmer who breaks the record 100-meter backstroke world record. So who is that Australian swimmer who broke the 100-meter backstroke world record? So Day of the Seafarer is observed on, World Vitiligo Day is observed on. So the founder of McAfee antivirus system, you know the McAfee antivirus software system. So the founder, he recently passed away. So who is that person? And who was appointed as the first vice chancellor of the Delhi Sports University? So Delhi government has launched Delhi Sports University recently. Now who is this? The first vice chancellor of the university. So these are the headlines. So we will go into the detailed analysis. So first state news is about India and World Bank. So the bank is, the international bank is India and World Bank signs US dollar 32 million loan for Mizoram. So it is mainly for the development of Mizoram health systems. It is mainly for developing the Mizoram health systems. So their main aim is to improve the management capacity and the quality services in Mizoram. So please remember these points. World Bank headquarters Washington, formed in 1944. Present president is David Malpass, and the chief minister of Mizoram Zorantanga, and the governor of Mizoram Sridharan Pillai. So please remember these points. Governor of Mizoram Sridharan Pillai, chief minister of Mizoram Zorantanga. So please remember these points. Okay. So we'll go into the next question next current affair where SBI bank launches the Arogyam healthcare business loan. So this loan is mainly to support the healthcare sector. Under this loan, healthcare systems like nursing homes, hospitals, diagnostic centers, pathological labs manufacturers, suppliers, importers, logistic firms who are mainly dealing healthcare supplies. They can avail loan up to rupees 100 crore. So 100 crore loan will be given to them. So in mainly in metro cities, they can avail loan up to 100 crore. In tier 1 urban sectors up to 20 crore. In tier 2 and till tier 4 cities, it is up to 10 crore. Okay, so up to 2 crores, if a person is taking a loan up to 2 crores, he need not offer any collateral, no need of any collateral, no need of any mortgage. He can simply take 2 crore loan because he is covered under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises scheme. So this small companies up to 2 crore loan, they are covered under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. So what is this Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises? So this scheme is launched in 2000 by Government of India, mainly to make collateral free credit to micro and small industries. So if you encourage micro and small industries, they will provide a lot of employment. So that is why in order to encourage them, in the year of 2000, government launched this credit scheme where there is no collateral, they need not put any collateral and they can borrow loans. So also remember points like SBI chairperson Dinesh Kumar Kara, SBI headquarters Mumbai, SBI is formed in the year 1955. So please remember these points. So next going into one more banking news where SBI Card Services Limited. So they are partnering with Fab India to launch the Fab India SBI card. So they are in two versions, SBI Fab India SBI Select and Fab India SBI card. So SBI, the country's second largest credit card issuer, and Fab India, a retail platform mainly for handicraft products. So they are partnering to build this Fab India SBI card. So in this card there are some benefits. If you take SBI Fab India card, so you will avail 10% cashback on purchasing in Fab India stores, and also you will get a complimentary domestic airport launch service. If you have this card, you can get complimentary airport launch service, and as well as you can get 10% discount on every purchase in the Fab India stores. So this card also offers nearly 1250 rupees cashbacks on rupees 2 lakh purchases. If you are spending rupees 2 lakh, then you will get a cashback gift vouchers of rupees 1250. Okay, so we'll see some points about the SBI cards and payment services, which is a non-banking finance corporation, non-banking finance company that mainly offers credit card to portfolios like to individuals and corporate clients. It provides credit card portfolios to individuals and corporate clients. So this is about the SBI cards. So this was launched in October 1988 by SBI, and present headquarters it is in Gurugram, and Fab India is an Indian chain stores. I mean store of chain, like chain stores means multiple stores. So they mainly they sell products like garments, furnishing, fabrics, ethnic products, mainly handmade products. Okay, so which was established in 1960 by John Bissell, which is headquartered in Delhi. So these are some points about Fab India and SBI card. Please remember these points. So next going into economy news where Standard & Poor projects India's growth forecast of financial year 2020. That means for the year 2021 to 2022 is 9.5%. 9.5% is the growth rate they estimated for this year. Okay, so earlier estimation was 11%, but now they revived it to 9.5%. And next year 2022 to 23 they are estimating it as 7.8%, very low estimate, very low GDP growth rate in India. So why is all this? Because second COVID wave in India mainly affected the months of April and May, and because of the lockdowns in April and May there was a decline in the economic activities in every state. So that is why they revived their estimate, and now they are estimating the growth rate at 9.5. And they said that there was a permanent damage to the public and private sector balance sheets. So these public and private sector, they need couple of years to regain the growth. So this second lockdown has disrupted the entire public and private sector industries. So these are the predictions of the Standard & Poor global ratings. So some things about Standard & Poor. So S&P shortcut is Standard & Poor, which was formed in 1917. Present headquarters is in Manhattan, New York. So its prime areas of business are financial information and analytics. So Standard & Poor, Moody's, Fitch Group, these are all the top 3 big rating agencies in the world. So next, if you see about defense news, where India and USA Navy, they have conducted a passage exercise in the Indian Ocean region. So passage is a part of regular exercises between India and US navies. So the Ronald Reagan carrier strike group. So it's a group of aircraft carriers and multiple destroyers. So this group, this carrier strike group is moving from Indian Ocean towards Middle East. So they earlier they had exercises with the Singapore Navy in the South China Sea. So now they are moving from Indian Ocean towards Middle East. So because Middle East, Joe Biden has called back the armed forces from Afghanistan. So in order to help the withdrawal of US forces from Afghanistan, so this particular Ronald Reagan carrier strike force is moving towards Middle East from the Indian Ocean. So that is why Indian Navy and the US Navy, they conducted this passage exercise. So this exercise is mainly to strengthen the bilateral relations and the cooperation in the maritime operations. So if you see which ships have participated in this exercise, from India it is INS Kochi, INS Teg and P-81 long range maritime patrol aircraft and MiG-29 seabound aircrafts, they participated in this exercise. And from the carrier strike group, aircraft carrier Ronald Reagan, destroyer Halsey and others participated in this exercises. So this exercises happened in the south of Thiruvananthapuram, mainly on the western sea area, western seaboard area. Okay. So next, if you see about a defense news where India successfully test fires the subsonic cruise missile Nirbhaya off the coast of Odisha. So DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization, so they designed and developed this test missile called the cruise missile called Nirbhaya, and they tested at the integrated test range at Chandipur, Odisha for the 8th time, successfully 8 times they tested this missile. So this missile is a long range all-weather subsonic cruise missile, mainly developed, designed by the DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization. So this missile can be launched from multiple platforms, say from a truck, say from a ship, say from an aircraft. You can launch this missile from multiple platforms, and they can carry conventional and nuclear warheads. So these are all the features of the missile Nirbhaya. So if you can see the other features, it's a 2-stage missile powered by the solid rocket motor boosters. So vertically it has one booster, and horizontally it will have one more booster. So 2-stage missile. So it can carry a load up to 300 kg at a speed of 0.7 Mach, which is subsonic. Subsonic speed is 0.6 to 0.7 Mach, and it can be operational up to 1000 kilometers up to 1500 also. Now they are developing it up to 1500, so it can be operational from 1000 to nearly 1500 kilometers. This Nirbhaya is a competitor of the American Tomahawk and Pakistan Babar missile. So it's a competitor to the American Tomahawk and Pakistan's Babar missile. So what is a cruise missile? So cruise missile is a low flying missile which is guided to its target by an onboard computer. So cruise missile generally they move in lower altitude so that they will be avoiding radars. You can't find them in radars. So they will move in low flying areas, lower altitudes, and they will hit the target precisely. Very precisely they will hit the targets. So these are about the cruise missiles. Okay. So learn some points about the DRDO. DRDO is a premier agency under the Department of Defense Research and Development, Ministry of Defense. It's a premier agency under the Department of Defense Research and Development, Ministry of Defense. So it is mainly charged with the military research and development. Their main duty is to do military research and development, R&D. Headquarters is in Delhi and formed in 1958. So DRDO formed in 1958, headquarters is in Delhi. So please remember all these points, very important for your examination. So next, if you go into summits and conferences, the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable to be hosted by India. The 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable to be hosted by India. So the International Energy Forum, they announced that India is agreeing to host the 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable called Amar 9 in 2022. So this International Energy Forum is the world's largest energy organization with nearly 71 member countries accounting for 90% of the global energy market. So they have present 71 members who are accounting for 90% of the global energy market. Okay. So generally this meeting is to hold a dialogue for promoting energy security, market stability and transparency, and to in the transition of sustainable and inclusive future. So mainly to hold dialogue to promote energy security, sustain market sustainability and transparency. So this was formed in 1991 and the secretariat is present in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and the present secretary general is Joseph McMongley. So present secretary general is Joseph McMongley. So it is in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Okay, so these are few points about the International Energy Forum. So who is going to conduct the roundtable conference in 2022? It is India. So next, going into one more science and technology news, where ISRO and NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, so they are conducting a multinational project which is now endorsed by the UN body IOC, which is now endorsed by the UN body IOC, Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission. So this project is titled the Committee on Earth Observation Satellites, Coastal Observations, Application Services Tools. Committee on Earth Observation Satellites, Coastal Observations, Application Services and Tools. So this project is conducted by both ISRO and NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The main aim of the program is to improve the accuracy of coastal data based on satellite and land-based observations. So this project was endorsed by IOC as an initial action of the United Nations Ocean Decade Plan of 2021 to 2030. So this decade is called the United Nations Ocean Decade Plan. The main aim of the plan is to study our oceans and develop conservation solutions. You need to study our oceans and you need to develop solutions to conserve our oceans. Okay. So this IOC, Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, is formed in 1961. Headquarters in Paris. It is mainly specialized in ocean sciences and services. If you see NOAA, so it is an American scientific agency, mainly focuses on the conditions of oceans, major waterways and atmosphere, and it warns of the dangerous weather, charts seas, guides and use the protection of oceans and coastal resources. It also conducts research. So these are all the duties of NOAA. NOAA is formed in 1970 and headquarters is in Maryland, USA. So NOAA is present in Maryland, USA. So now come to ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, is the national agency of India, formed in 1969, mainly in Bangalore. It works under the Department of Space, under the direct control of Prime Minister of India. ISRO is a premier agency in India, mainly who performs tasks related to space exploration and development of related technologies. And the present chairman of ISRO is K. Shivan. Present chairman of ISRO is K. Shivan. So please remember all these points, very very important. So next, if you go into awards, where Cochin International Airport has won the honor in the airport service quality. So it won honor in the excellence honor in airport service quality, which was awarded by the Airport Council International. So Airport Council International. So this award is presented by the Airport Council International, which is a global body of airport operators, which is formed in 1991 and headquarters is in Montreal, Canada. Montreal, Canada. So it is present in Montreal, Canada. So this Airport Council International is a body, global body of airport operators. So this award recognizes the airports in the opinion of passengers which are constantly delivering excellent services. So this award will be presented on September 9, 2021 in the ACI Customer Experience Global Meet. So then Cochin International Airport will be presented this award. So next if you see books and authors, so Ruskin Bond, very famous Indian British author, so he launched his new book, It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. So his new book, It's a Wonderful Life, is about how to be happy in difficult times. He also authored a new book called All Time Favorites for Children, which features some of the best celebrated characters and stories. So All Time Favorites for Children is a book which features the best celebrated characters and stories. So some things about Ruskin Bond. So Ruskin Bond first novel is Room on the Roof. Ruskin Bond is an Indian author of British descent. He is an Indian Britisher. So he is a recipient of the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan and Sahitya Academy Award in 1992. So these are the few things about Ruskin Bond. Okay. So next, if you see about sports news, where Australian swimmer Kaylee McNew breaks the 100-meter backstroke world record. So Kaylee McNew, she is from Australia. So at the South Australian Aquatic Centre, in a swimming race, she broke the record and she clocked at 57 seconds 57 57.45 seconds. So in 57.45 seconds, she broke the record. So 100-meter backstroke record. Okay, the previous record was under the name of Regan Smith from America, 57.57 seconds. 57.57 seconds, the previous record on American Regan Smith. So now Kaylee McNoy, she broke the record of the 100-meter backwater world record. Also remember the Australian capital Canberra, Australian currency Australian dollar. Australian capital Canberra, Australian currency Australian dollar. So next, if you go into sports news, so it's not a sports news, sorry, it's an important days, it's a mistake. Important days. So next, if you go to important days, Day of Seafarer is observed on 25th June. Day of Seafarer is observed on 25th June. So the International Maritime Organization, which is an UN body, it observes this day, it celebrates this day on June 25th, mainly to respect the seafarers and sailors who help the entire world function by conducting sea trade. So nearly almost 90% of the world goods are transported by the ships, sea trade, and the theme for this year is Seafarer at the core of shipping feature. Seafarer at the core of shipping feature. So future, this is about the Day of Seafarer, June 25th. So see some details about the International Maritime Organization, which is a UN specialized body mainly responsible for regulating shipping, which is formed in 1948 and headquarters is in London. Presently there are 174 members and India is a member since 1959. So India is a member since this 1959. So please by heart. So next, if you see World Vitiligo Day. So World Vitiligo Day is observed on 25th June. The main aim of the day is to create awareness about vitiligo. So vitiligo is a skin disorder which is leading to loss of color in skins. So creating different patterns of skin. Okay, so because of the loss of pigment, your skin will create different patterns. In the entire population, world population, 1 to 2% of people suffer from this vitiligo. So 25th June is taken as the World Vitiligo Day because to honor the musical artist, pop singer Michael Jackson, who also suffered from vitiligo. So Michael Jackson, he expired in June 25th 2009 because of and on this day they are observing this June 25th as the vitiligo day. So famous pop singer Michael Jackson also suffered from this disease called vitiligo, skin disorder called vitiligo. Okay, so next is about John McAfee. So John McAfee is the founder of the McAfee antivirus software. You know this McAfee, so very famous antivirus software. So he is a British American software pioneer. So who is found dead in his cell in a jail near Barcelona. So he is staying in this jail from October 2020 and now he is found dead in this jail Barcelona, suspicious death. So this person, John McAfee, is accused of failing to file the tax returns between 2014 and 2018 despite earning millions of rupees from cryptocurrencies. So by promoting cryptocurrencies, he earned lot of money but he couldn't file taxes, he evaded taxes. So that is why he was jailed, like he went away from the country USA, he was he put in jail in Barcelona. So now he was found dead in a prison. So now McAfee, learn some few things about McAfee. So this McAfee is a pioneer of the cybersecurity industry. He founded the McAfee Corporation in 1987 in California, so which dominated the antivirus protection. So every world top global companies, they were using this McAfee software. He resigned in 1994 and he sold this company to the Intel Corporation. So now it is called Intel Security Solutions. So earlier called McAfee. So McAfee, he resigned in 1994 and he sold this company. So later on he went into cryptocurrencies, he earned a lot of money but he evaded taxes and he was jailed in Barcelona. Now he is dead in a suspicious manner. Maybe people, few say it is a suicide, few say it's health issues and all these things. So we need to come to a conclusion. So last news for today is about Karnam Malleshwari, who was appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of the Delhi Sports University. So Karnam Malleshwari is appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of the Delhi Sports University. She has few records on her. She is the first Indian woman weightlifter to bring home a Olympic medal. She created history in the Sydney Olympics in 2000, mainly in the 110 kg, 130 kg, snatch and clean and jerk categories. She also was awarded the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, Arjuna Award and the Padma Shri Award. So this Karnam Malleshwari is now the Vice Chancellor of the Delhi Sports University. So the Delhi government in 2019 has passed to set up a bill was passed in 2019 to set up a Delhi Sports University. This university will offer graduation, post graduation and doctorate degrees mainly in cricket, football, hockey and other important games. Also remember the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal. So please remember all these points. So we'll go into the one word key points. We'll have a quick revision of this entire current affairs session. So India and World Bank, they had an agreement of 32 million loan for Mizoram, mainly to develop the health sector in Mizoram. SBI has launched Aragyam Healthcare Business Loan. SBI Card and Fab India, both of them collaborated to launch the Fab India SBI Card. Standard & Poor is estimating 9.5 growth rate in financial year 2022. India and USA have participated in the Navy Passage exercise. So India has successfully testified a subsonic cruise missile Nirbhaya. The 9th Asian Ministerial Energy Roundtable to be conducted in India in 2022. ISRO and NOAA, both of them are conducting the COAS Coast project, which is now recognized by IOC, the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission. So Cochin International Airport has been awarded the best in airport service quality. So Ruskin Bond's new book, It's a Wonderful Life. Kaylee McNew, she broke the record of 100 meters backstroke world record at 57:49 seconds. So the day of seafarer, June 25th. World Vitiligo Day is observed on June 25th. John McAfee, who is the founder of the McAfee antivirus software, he recently passed away. So Karnam Malleshwari is the first vice chancellor of the Delhi Sports University. So tomorrow we'll have MCQ discussion. So come and join the MCQ discussion. So if you like our content, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. So for this PDF, go and join our Telegram channel. So we have launched our app, the Career Power Hyderabad app. So go and download the Career Power app. We have a lot of new courses coming in the Career Power app. So we'll give the link in the description below. So go and download the app. You'll get a lot of new courses coming in the app, like for banking, SSC. You know, banking exams are coming here. So you'll get a lot of related courses related to banking and SSC. So we are starting our offline classes from July 1st at Dilshuk Nagar and Amirpet. So do contact our branches for further details or visit our branch. So you can find the address below on the screen. So visit our branch for further details. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.